All right.
Ready?
5, 4, 3.
Did you say 1? Like he was counting down like 5, 4, 3. And then just stopped at 3.
Right.
Does that mean he's recording?
I think we are.
Let's see, are you recording?
Yeah, I'm recording now.
All right, join in. Go.
Oh. Remix. Okay.
All right. So, how you doing? My name is Ken Bradley, aka Valmore Gold, formerly known as Live Barter. We're here on Ken on Display with my lovely the guy with behind the Robert Park. He's filming, and we have second guest on the show, the lovely Tiffany Bernard. If we had a studio audience, they would have a thing that claps like this. But we're going to clap for ourselves because it's all about celebrating oneself.
Absolutely.
And so, it's not February, but we can still celebrate each other because we're black. Got a couple questions that and there's a specific reason why we have Tiffany Bernard here today. I believe the people that I bring on the show has something for you, has something for me to actually bring to the table, as opposed to just, jaw, the mouth moving, talking. I forgot what talking was for me. Okay, so we'll ask a couple questions so you guys can get warmed up to Tiffany Bernard.
All right.
She's going to tell you a little bit about herself, and then we're going to get into what she does and how she can actually help you. We're going to let you know all about our website, and so those of you all in the San Diego area specifically and abroad can actually patronize what this woman brings to the table. All right, so Tiffany Bernard,
yes.
Where are you? First of all, let me tell you how we met. We met because my best friend, Lisa Cooper, aka Sydney Charles, my Twinkie, met this dude named Chris. And so she was like, you gotta come out and meet my boyfriend Chris. We dating, we serious. I'm like, who this clown? He better be straight, you know what I'm saying? I met him, he was light skinned, Drake was out, so it was cool.
Okay.
So she decided to go there. And then Chris' best friend was there, and it was her. And so we were chilling at the bar, having a good time. And then fast forward, years later, I'm in San Diego. I see her Facebook post how she's in San Diego. And I'm like, yo, when'd you get to San Diego? And she was like, I'm saying, and I don't remember what she said. But she's here now, and we got to talking, and I have this endeavor, and she has endeavors, and our endeavors are meeting, and we are synergy. That's a very fun word.
I love that.
Synergy is a good word.
Accurate.
You may think that the root to synergy, the root of that is sin, like sin energy, and so we have this because the people get together, then like bad stuff happens, but that's not what synergy means. You need to look it up. So my phone locked. All right, so that's how me and Tiffany know each other. And okay, so Tiffany, where are you from?
I'm from Chicago, born and raised, but I left Chicago to go to college. I went to Langston University in Oklahoma. Then I came back and, I stayed there for a number of years, and then I came to California.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
So what did you study in school?
Well, my bachelor's is in psychology, and then I went back to get my master's, which is a master's in professional counseling with a specialization in school counseling.
So you can do a psychoanalysis on me.
Yeah.
That will happen later, because I've always wanted one done. Okay, so it's kind of quid pro quo.
Okay.
All right. What is a major fear of yours? I like to, when you talk about people's fears, I think it really speaks to the core of who that person is. And a lot of times people have fears because of where they're from or other pressing issues. But what is one major thing that you would say is a fear of yours?
At this point in my life, I try really hard to conquer fear as soon as it comes into my life. But I would say, prior to my, restoration in life, I would say fear of the unknown was huge for me. We kind of discussed this a little earlier that sometimes when you go through so many struggles in life, you get tired and weary of being, you get tired of being resilient, you're tired of being tenacious and have to overcome struggles. So I think I got to the point to where I just stopped and I became afraid of what was to come. You know what I mean? There were still things I wanted, but I was afraid if I tried this, what would happen with that? I was, just so many different things that would come in my mind. Fear kept telling me so many different things. So I just shut down. And I just became overwhelmed with the things in my life that wasn't going well. So the fear got bigger, bigger and bigger. So the fear of the unknown really paralyzed me from moving forward. but not anymore.
Good, good. My fear is cats. So that's not fun.
I'm sorry.
I'm literally scared of cats. I don't think that's.
I'm sorry. I was being insensitive.
Can we edit that part out with her laughing?
I'm sorry.
People.
No,
So,
I really didn't intend on laughing. I'm sorry. Woo woo woo. I apologize. That was insensitive of me. You have a right to, you know, have your.
Why did you move out to the West Coast?
Well, going back to what I just stated, it was one of those, I like to call it lifetime type stories, to where everything was going wrong the way I saw it. Everything was going wrong.
I hate to interject. If you don't know what Lifetime is, it's the women's channel. They do a lot of like the lady people with the mysterious lady parts. They watch that channel a lot.
Yes, and on Lifetime is always one of those life altering, something just came, you know, unexpected, and your life changed and something happened. So my story was, unfortunately, I was very overwhelmed in my career as a school counselor. I really loved my children, working with them. I found it very rewarding. However, there was other parts of my job that was becoming more stressful, and it was just difficult for me. And then I became sick, so I was battling some health issues. And then, if you all know, if you become sick and you have stress, no matter what the illnesses are, if you have too much stress in your life, you cannot heal, period. You have to get rid of the stress. Relationship, you know, I was really, you know, trying to date someone, and it just went bad. And even friendships, the people I thought were there for me, the people that, you know, I spread myself so thin for, they didn't know how to be there for me. They would leave me hanging. It was just too much. Yeah. So I was just like, okay, nothing's making sense. Nothing is in my grasp anymore. Something has to change. So actually one day I really prayed about it, and I felt as though I needed to transition into a different career, which was life coaching, which is similar to counseling, but it's slightly different. We can get to that. And so an opportunity presented itself to move to California and start over. Nice. Start my business there. And I was a little hesitant. That was the fear of the unknown. But I had to realize, what do I have to lose? Who am I to coach someone to a better life, a life more fulfilling and more happy, because I wasn't happy if I couldn't do it. Right. So that was my bigger motivation. Okay. And so I decided to go ahead and leave and start anew, and I did it.
Which gets to why Tiffany Bernard is on the show. TiffanyBernard.com. I'll have the links up on the video so you can see it. Maybe you can put it like right here, like I'm pointing down right now. So make sure later on you put TiffanyBernard.com. Can you do that? With the technologies that he uses. And that leads right into the first question, which he partially began to answer. What happened in your life that made you decide that you needed to help others in this capacity? So you can begin to tell people exactly what it is you do, and then kind of segue into that answer. What happened in your life that made you decide that you needed to help others in this capacity?
Well, like I stated, you know, I realized I can't coach people through to a better life, to a more fulfilling, happy life if I couldn't do it. And so as coaches, our job is to partner with you on your journey towards whatever you desire, you know, so you can get the results that you want faster. Sometimes we feel like we can do it on our own, and sometimes we realize we can't, and sometimes we realize that when we have the support that we need and the wisdom and just the clarity, because my job is just you have the answers, my job is to ask you the right questions. And, you know, partner with you to get there. You get what I'm saying? Right. I love to kind of help people, you know, ask them the right questions to get to the root of the issue, because it's usually what we consider blocks in life coaching. It's usually some kind of blocks to prevent you, that has prevented you from moving forward. Okay. Once I conquer those blocks, then step by step, week by week, we get to some level of results. Nice. To get to your goal. Nice. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so that's pretty much how I help people. And then I usually discover the blocks are some level of fear. In my experience thus far, is usually fear. She's
always she's perfect at this. She leads right into the next question. So my next question was to help kind of bring that objective out. What is one of the common denominators in those that have a hard time progressing in life? And you believe that is fear?
Oh yeah, in my experience, I believe it's fear. They don't necessarily identify it as fear. It might be, you know, Well, they make excuses, you know what I mean? And then as a coach, as we do our dialogue and I ask the questions and I listen and things of that nature, when I ask the right question, I get to, oh, it's fear. And it's like, well, yeah, because I'm not sure if it'll work out and, you know, whatever the answer may be. So in my experience, it's usually fear of failure, fear of success, believe it or not.
Right.
Fear of others' opinions. They are afraid of what other people are going to say when they transition into something different because it doesn't benefit the other person. They're afraid of, they have fear of criticism. You know what I mean? It's just so many different things, but it usually goes down.
Fear.
And my job is to listen well, like I said, answer the right questions, and I usually get to it. You know what I mean? And so once we uncover that block, and then the other thing is limiting beliefs.
Okay.
We grow up, whether it's something someone told us as a kid or our experiences, we tell ourselves, oh, I can't do that. I will never. I'm a loser. Or, yes, Tiff did it, but I can't, it won't happen for me. That's a very limiting belief that we go by. We believe this can't happen, so therefore we don't even try.
So watch what you say to kids, basically.
Yeah.
Or I can put it to you this way, as I get reels on the reels, and that's real with a Z. You know what I'm saying? If I ever see you disrespecting a kid in that way, I'm slapping you, B. Okay? Things just got real right now.
Yes,
okay, right now, on this part, I want you to put Thug Life right at the bottom, like right here. Just go, Thug Life, like coming across the bottom. All right. Are there greater societal issues that contribute to the lack of people's esteem and view of themselves? Or I would say, let me fine tune this question. Are there greater societal issues that you think contribute to fear that people have of themselves?
Absolutely. I believe we spend more time comparing our lives to other people's lives. We spend more time comparing ourselves to other people, whether it's physical looks. She looks better than me, he looks better than me, they dress better. And so we fear we won't live up to other people's expectations, or we fear we won't ever be good enough, or we fear we won't have enough money.
Right.
You know, it's just so many different things, but it's societal expectations that we have to look a certain way. We have to have this amount of money. But once you free yourself and just be who you are and accept the circumstances and then move forward, you can just go wherever you need to go. You don't have to worry about what society says and what you need to do, because you're living your life for you by your definition.
Exactly. I wrote that piece on there, Dare to Be You. I think society,
and I love that,
society puts a stat quo, or this is what we believe you should do, and we align ourselves with that. Like, I have a problem with it. Like, Justin Timberlake, he makes me feel like a failure because like, I really want to be like Justin Timberlake, but I can't. So
I love Justin Timberlake.
Isn't he great?
Yeah, he is.
So
I'm gonna like do some choreography with him one day.
I would like to do that as well.
Okay, so we can work on that.
I know I'm a better
Justin
dancer.
Timberlake.
JT, if you see this, which I know you are, Justin Timberlake.
I'm not just a coach.
What else are?
I'm a dancer. I'm a musician.
She plays a trombone.
Absolutely. So yeah, don't put limitations on me. We talked about that before.
We did.
People put you in a box and they think that's just who you are. Oh no, I bust out.
People have put me in a parallelogram and also a rhombus, which is equally as uncomfortable. All right, so can I get you to leave the viewers with 3 good points to live by? Like, if they were to take away this and they can kind of put it on an index card and keep it in their pocket, things that can kind of help them progress, like little short tips.
Okay.
What would those be? 3 things.
I would say 1, be honest with yourself.
Be honest.
It's one thing for you to lie to other people about what things are, you know, what's going on in your life or how you feel, but scratch that. Be honest with yourself. Be honest and say if you're happy or not. You know what I mean? Number 2, I would say always ask for help. We live in so much pride. We live in so much, I don't know, self-something. We feel like we can do it ourselves. No, stop that. I would suggest that you ask for help, whether it's a close friend, someone you can trust, a confidant. And if you don't have that type of support in your life, it's okay. Go see a counselor, hire a coach, pastor, whatever you need to do, get the help that you need, because otherwise you'll stay in the same position. That's a promise. And then 3rd, I would say you have to believe. If you don't believe change is possible, if you don't believe that you deserve a better life or you can have a better life, then you're right, you won't. You will stay right where you are. So those are my 3 things.
Be honest, ask for help, and believe.
That's it.
So, with me, be honest. I am not the best looking person. 2, ask for help. I.e., I'm in the store, I'm pushing a shopping cart. You, get over here, push your shopping cart while we're going through the store.
Okay.
Help me.
Okay.
3, believe. I believe that even though I'm not the best looking person, I am the man.
What?
I'm that dude.
Up top.
I'm that dude.
Okay.
You messed that up. That wasn't me. I believe she messed that up. And you need to ask for help on how to give high fives.
Okay.
Here's a pointer in case you didn't know.
Okay.
Watch this.
Okay.
In order to stick a high five, look at the other person's elbow.
Oh, okay.
Watch.
Okay.
Did you look at my elbow?
I did. I tried. Bam.
Bam.
I believed.
Last thing. What are some tips that you can give me as Ken Bradley? So this is like we're going into like a semi-coach session. She's going to help me with one thing that she's noticed since she's been here. Since she's so good at it, she should be able to coach me to something.
Well, do you have a particular struggle or anything that you wanted me to coach you?
No, I'm basically the man.
Okay. Well, with that said, I will suggest that you continue to do what you're doing, which is being yourself. I love your personality. You are unapologetically you. You know what I mean? Which incorporates your humor, your intellect, your articulation.
Did you just sneeze while we're recording? Oh! Okay.
I will continue to just do what you're doing, being yourself. It seems like you always take the time to grow and inspire others.
I am 6'7".
Well, yes, not physically grow, but mentally, emotionally, but you know, all those great things. So I just would encourage you to continue to.
Thank you. Hear that, son? Unapologetically, that's the word you use, right?
Yes.
Me, B. You know what I'm saying? That's how we do it out in them streets. That's how we out here. Thug, Inglewood, Humboldt Park, represent. You know what I'm saying? Champagne, that's where we at. So,
People will never guess.
huh?
I said people
will never guess. She would never guess. So, and I need a sign off right now. And the sign off is, what's a good sign off?
I usually just throw the deuces, but.
All right, peace sign. 1, 2, 3, go. That's the deuces. This is peace sign.
Oh, we're doing peace. I'm sorry. Go back.
1, 2, 3, go.